Hey, what's going on, guys? Game Essays TCG back with a PSA return. We got a mix of Pokemon and Zelda today. First up here, we have this Suicune Holo from the equivalent would be Neo Revelations, I believe, in English. And this card has a great swirl up in the corner here, you can see. But it's in pretty darn good condition considering how old this card is. There's not really much whitening on it. It's just that there is like a scratch here, so that really knocked it down to an 8. But tough to get any vintage cards in a 10, that's for sure. Next up here is a more modern card. This is from Lost Origin. This is Pikachu V in the trainer gallery. And you have just an awesome artwork here with red in the background. So very pumped to get this one in a PSA 10. Then we got up here, this is a awesome promo from the Small But Mighty collection. It was a collection box you got. Super stoked to get this in a PSA 10. Yeah, this was just really cool. I love the art on this, so very happy about that in a PSA 10. Next up, a million of these were graded, but PSA 10 on the Shiny Ho-Oh from Hidden Fates. We got another Hidden Fates here. This is a Leafeon V, also got a PSA 10 on that, so pretty stoked about that. Next up, we have I'm gonna move these because I'm running out of room, but we have the Zapdos, Moltres Zapdos and Articuno GX PSA 9. Honestly, this is a pretty easy card to pull in Hidden Fates, so it really doesn't have a ton of value. This might, I'll put the value at the bottom, but it's really not a lot. If it was a 10, it would definitely be a different story, but we did get this in a PSA 10, which is another incredible artwork here. This is Rayquaza VMAX, another trainer gallery card, this time from Silver Tempest, which was the last regular set in Sword and Shield. And you got Zinnia here in the artwork. Pretty awesome. Then we have the Arceus V from Crown Zenith. Unfortunately, this got a 9. I had a feeling it was going to get a 9. I actually have pulled 3 of these. I should say my wife has pulled 3 of these, and I sold one immediately because it was basically I could pocket $90 and recoup some of the money I spent on Crown Zenith. Then I pulled, I said to my wife, she pulled 2 more, and I was gonna grade the other one that had better centering, but I noticed that there was a little bit of whitening in one of the corners on the back, so I was afraid it was going to get a 9. I felt, even though the centering is a little bit off left to right on this one, as you can see, I was hoping it could still maybe get a 10, but unfortunately got a 9. It's still about like a $70 card, I think, but again, I'll have the values at the bottom. Yeah, it's a lot easier to get values of the Pokemon ones. The Zelda ones I can't guarantee will be values. This is basically New Revelations again, but this is a Starmie Holo in a PSA 9, which is really great again to get on a vintage card from 2000, so over 20 years old, like 23 years old. The thing about this one, it's got a little bit of whitening and it probably has like a scratch on the holo or something. The cool thing about this one in Japanese, and the reason it's like worth it to grade in Japanese, is because the English version was not a holo. So if you want this artwork in a holo, Japanese was, as far as I know, the only way to get this card. Now we're gonna move into Zelda here. We have Ocarina of Time Link. This got a PSA 9. So in the world of Pokemon, you really want to shoot for the 10s. In the world of Zelda, 9s are pretty good. I think 9s are definitely valued higher in the Zelda world, especially with this particular set, than they would be in the Pokemon world, just because these cards were cut very poorly, so it's very easy to have whitening on them. So 9s are good, but 10s are amazing. We also have here, this is the Link Between Worlds foil cover kind of card. This is number 86. It probably said it on the front too, and I just didn't say it. But this got a PSA 9 as well. This was actually one of the cleaner holo cards that I've come across, so I was a little bummed. I thought this actually had a decent shot at a 10, but Clearly, there must have been something that held it back. Probably some whitening that I just missed. We got another holo here. This one I was pretty sure wasn't going to get 10, but Chic in a PSA 9 is still awesome. This should still hold a decent value, and it's just an incredible artwork and looks really great in a PSA slab. Now we get to Fi here, a non-holo Fi, but hitting a PSA 10, which is awesome. I believe this is a population of 1, which is cool because I don't think too many people have graded this card, and this might be the first 10. It's like 1 of 2 at most, I think. So not sure how much this would fetch on the open market, but the common PSA 10s, like the commons, I mean, as like the non-foil cards in these sets, a PSA 10, usually at least you can fetch about $40 to $50 for it, because it's awesome. I mean, they're pretty hard to get in a 10, so they still get a nice little premium. Then we have Majora's Mask Link. This unfortunately got an 8, but because it's Link, probably will still do pretty good on the open market. It's an awesome artwork, and Majora's Mask just has the best art, man. I don't know what it is, but I love the Majora's Mask cards, and it would be awesome to have all the foil Majora's Mask cards in a PSA 10, but that would be pretty hard to achieve, but we'll see what happens. But still okay that it got an 8, but really wish it would have at least got a 9. And then lastly, we have Wolf Link. I was the first person to grade this particular card, and I got a PSA 10, and I graded another one, and I got another PSA 10. I did sell the other one, and I most likely will sell this one too, but still really cool. I think the last one I sold was for about $50, so pretty awesome. Anyway, that's all I got for this submission. Probably not going to submit to PSA for a little while, because they don't really have a deal going on right now. Usually I wait till it's at least a $15 grading. But that's going to do it, and I'll see you guys next time.